Okay, so welcome to Nutrition and Meal Planning. Again, I'm really sorry, guys. It took me a little bit longer to get this video recorded and uploaded for you. I like to do it on the first day of class, but the weather and the ice day kind of threw me off a little bit. So I can see a lot of you have already gotten into the class and know what to expect in terms of what's coming up. So I'm going to walk you through that, though I found this is really easier. That way people know kind of what I'm looking for and how I organize the class, etc. So first, welcome. My name is Michelle Riley. I am a registered dietitian. This is my, 7th year, I think, teaching here at JCCC. And I really enjoy teaching all aspects of nutrition. And you'll get to see kind of some of my take on things as you go through the lectures. But I'm a really firm believer in, really understanding the science. So I will challenge you. There are a lot of bold claims that are made in our society and in everyday media that are false or not scientifically correct about nutrition. And that's a pet peeve of mine. So that's something I will kind of challenge you guys on a little bit. But I also believe in balance and having a good relationship with food and us eating, things that we enjoy at the same time. I know a lot of people when they hear, oh, you're a dietitian, they kind of think of us as the food police. We really want to change that. That's not what we are. Most of us are in this field because we love food as well. So, I want you guys to kind of come out of this class with a better understanding of all of those things. You will look at your own personal food that you're eating and kind of see, where that's at, and you'll get to explore a lot of other topics as well. So I'm really excited for this semester. All right, so some important things. I want to show you where the syllabus is on here as well. So you will be able to pull up the syllabus for this class and go through and see, what is required, and hopefully you guys have already looked at that. Just a little bit of basic information. I've got my phone number and email here. Email is really the best way to contact me. It's not likely that I'm sitting at my desk often, so email is definitely the preferred contact method. And also, if I get a phone call, and I'm not in the office, it may take me a couple of days to respond, especially if it's, let's say, on a Friday, and I often teach Monday nights, not always in super early Monday morning, and I may not be able to respond as quickly as I can via email. You can see my office hours, but I'm here more than that, so if that doesn't work for you and you're here another time already and you want to chat, let me know. We can also do Zoom office hours, so we can do office hours via the computer, and I may encourage that a little bit a couple of times this semester. So please make sure you're reading through this as well. You've got your description and kind of some objectives so you have an idea of what we're covering. Please look over all of that. If you do need any accommodations or anything like that, we've got great resources here, but it is your responsibility to contact them. So but the counseling service, again, we've got great counseling resources, whether that for academic or personal counseling, anything like that, career ideas, we've got a great resource in that. So I've put all of that on there. You can see kind of how our grades are calculated on that as well. You will have weekly assignments and discussions. There will be a larger kind of dietary analysis assignment to work on throughout the semester, etc. And then I've got the tentative class schedule here for you so you can see what to be working on each week. So typically things will be due on Sunday evenings, and I will show you that when we go back into the Canvas page. But this just gives you an idea of the chapters to be working on and which lectures to have. And I have it broken into units. So when you're on here right now, all you guys can see is this first unit. You can go ahead and access all of the lectures. So we've got the lectures for each one that you will be able to watch. So you can work ahead in terms of the lectures and the reading because you know what topics are coming up. But that syllabus will kind of guide you into what we're actually working on week by week. The PowerPoints are the same. Some people prefer to have that PowerPoint version while they're watching the lecture. If they're going back to study, they may not want to watch the lecture again. They may want to just look at the PowerPoint, etc. But I do really encourage you to watch the lectures. because you'll get a lot more out of it than if you just read through it. Some of you have already seen the first assignment, which that one is due Sunday night. This is how I take attendance. We're required to, kind of have a little activity for attendance the first week in an online class. So that is how I do that. So please make sure if you haven't yet, go through and do the introductions. It's great to see. I like reading through all of them to get to know you guys a little bit better and also understand maybe what you want to specifically learn from this class. So please do that if you haven't done that already. And also, there's a little what is nutrition assignment that you can see as well. Quick, easy. Typically, I would have this due on this Sunday, but I wanted to give you a little bit more time with some of the weather delays. No, you will have another set of assignments due next Sunday, so that February 3rd. So, don't procrastinate this. So if you can get this done this weekend and kind of make that this week's assignment, you'll be better off. But I have given you a little bit extra time if you want that as well. So the assignments will continue to build on, and then you'll see more assignments pop up each week. Typically I try to load the assignments on Monday, and then again things are due on Sunday at 11:59 p.m. So that just kind of keeps it consistent. There will be some times where I extend an assignment and I give you a couple extra days or something, so make sure you pay attention to due dates on that. I also will upload some supplemental materials that I just think are good to look at that go along with different topics, like when we're looking at digestion, here's a good video on digestion I like when we talk about diabetes. So I've just kind of put some extra things that maybe I think are useful or students have asked questions on the past that I wanted to upload as well. So you can see what that'll look like. You can minimize this module, which will be helpful when other ones come up. So once the next unit opens, you'll get a whole nother set. So you may want to make this one a little bit smaller. That way then you can see the current one that you're working on. But I don't want to delete them because I want you to still have access to those lectures and PowerPoints if you want to go back and look through them when you're studying for a final exam, etc. So hopefully that was a quick, short overview just to give you a little bit of an idea of where to go. One other thing I will say is you can go through like assignments and discussions and things like that to see what pops up. If that's helpful for you, that's great. I do find sometimes that can get a little bit confusing for people because they will forget to look at discussions or forget to go somewhere else. That's why I kind of keep this on the home page. So the home page is really where you're going to see all this information at once. So hopefully that is helpful to you. Your exams will be on the computer. They will be timed though, so it is something that you can't just wing because you will have to have studied and watched through the stuff because there will be you'll have an hour to complete the exam, but it's not something that you'll do well and if you're not prepared going into that. So just keep that in mind. Those will be located under the quizzes tab. I normally also put them in this module so you can see it on the home page as well. But again, pay attention to those dates when those will be available to you is listed in the syllabus as well. So hopefully that helps. I'm happy to answer any questions you have. Feel free to email me. Like I said, if you're ever on campus, you can stop by my office hours, or if you would like to have a Zoom, which is kind of like our Skype, virtual office hours if you have any questions, whether about the class or even just nutrition's confusing. I completely understand how that can be with all the information out there. So if you've got questions about anything like that and you want to schedule a time to chat, I am happy to do that. So I'm glad everyone's in this class and I look forward to having a great semester.